What is up, guys? I grabbed a spilt milk here. As you can see, I'm a bit wet today. I'm at the Gloucester Comic Con. As you can see, lots going on here. I think there's some younglings in training behind me, as you can see. Lots of celebrities here. Chris Llewellyn, Tim Rose. Move out the way of this this thing come out of A New Hope. Maybe it's for sale. I don't know. Who knows? I'll have to ask the Jawas maybe. Yeah, let's see what I can find. What is up, guys? I Crab with Spilt Milk here, and today I went to the Gloucester for the Gloucester Comic Con. Today being Saturday, the 23rd of November, 2024. This one was organised by Creed Conventions. Let's see how they stack up against other organisers, such as Showmasters, who have done the London Comic Cons I've been to years ago now. And the one I have been impressed most of all, Monopoly Events, who organised the one in Newcastle that I went to earlier this year. Also, get Christmas all organised thanks to this video's sponsor, Kirkley News Agents. Proud home of Royal Mail's second class postage stamps. Now, as you probably know, I didn't plan to go to this Comic Con as I already have been to enough Comic Cons and spent enough money on them this year. But when I heard Robert Llewellyn from Red Dwarf fame was going to be there, so I can complete my Norcon 2024 poster with every signature from that event. Also, Tim Rose, who was the costume actor for Admiral Akbar from Star Wars, was also there. So he can also sign the autograph signed by Eric Bausfeld. So I can have both the voice and the body of Admiral Akbar both signing on one autograph. If these two were not in attendance, I probably would have given it a miss due to Storm Bert ravaging the UK at the moment. But I could not pass up this opportunity to knock out the two birds with one stone and get some other autographs while I was there. So let's kick off with Robert Llewellyn, who signed my 2024 Norcon A3 print to complete it with every celebrity guest who attended the event. As I'm sure you are aware by now, Robert is best known for playing Crichton and Red Dwarf. Robert said to me that I look familiar. We both did attend Newcastle Con earlier in the year, but I didn't see him or Danny John Jules at the time, as I do like Red Dwarf. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan. I did say it in that video. My friends were the big fans, as you saw. But getting that cool print from Norcon meant that I did now need to get their autographs after all. We'll come back to being a familiar face later in the video. So as you can see, he signed there. He signed there, as you can see. There you can see it. Oh, there. There he signed it. Robert Llewellyn, as you can see. So now I can put up where Charizard is. I took this one out obviously to get signed, but that'll go back in the middle there to replace Charizard. Sorry, Charizard, pretty cool Pokemon, but that's even cooler. So after Robert, I saw Tim Rose, of course. The two main reasons why I went all the way out there. Uh, let's get them out of the way first and make sure that they're in the bag. As you can see, I was blown into the Comic Con from the storm. I asked him if he still gets many autographs to sign that have already been signed by Eric Bausfeld. He replied as expected. I expected him to say not too many now, as Eric did pass away a few years ago. May God rest his soul. Tim said there was not many of the original big cast left from the original Star Wars now. I think it's only like Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, and a few others as well. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, they've we've lost the voice and the suit actor for Darth Vader. Carrie Fisher's gone, and may God rest their souls as well. You still get lots of extras from the Star Wars series, still doing the Comic Con circuits though. As when you go to, as you saw when I went to the London Comic Cons, there was quite a few extra actors there. Also, there were two Doctor Who actresses. The first was Catherine Stewart, who played Jenny Flint, who was one of the one of the recurring trio during the 11th Doctor's tenure with Silurian wife Madame Vesta and some Sontaran medic Strax. Catherine was very friendly and quotes, as you can see, "This one's on me." From the first Doctor Who episode she was in, A Good Man Goes to War. I said it's a shame that Jenny and the gang didn't return after Matt Smith was no longer the Doctor, but Catherine said that the gang are still going strong doing audio dramas. But I do find Catherine pretty cute. It's a shame we didn't see her anymore. I mean, yeah, what's not to like, you know? um, Next up, that I saw the second Doctor Who actress I saw was Susan Twist, who played Susan Triad, who appeared all over time and space in the latest Doctor Who story at the time of this video being recorded. Um, Susan said again. This Susan was the second person who said that I look familiar. I jested by saying that as you're bound to bump into me if you're all over time and space. This is the first Comic Con that I've been to, as far as I'm aware, that Susan was there too as well. It's getting a bit worrying if guests start recognizing me. Maybe I go to too many Comic Cons. She quotes after transforming into Sutekh, "I bring Sutekh's gift of death." Maybe Comic Con's be the death of me. Maybe that's what she's prophesizing. Pretty cool. And the final autograph I got was from puppeteer Ronnie LaDrew, who is best known for playing Zippy in the Rainbow Program. He's a very busy man. He's on in Norwich the day after this event. He's coming back to East Anglia with me. I could have seen him closer to home, but unfortunately, as he wasn't bringing Robert Llewellyn or Tim Rose with him in attendance, otherwise I would have not gone all the way to Gloucester. As you can see, Zippy's here says hi. Ronnie did admit drawing isn't his best, but stick to puppeteering though. There he is wishing me best wishes, and I'm sure Zippy will be uh, wishing me best wishes as well. The other two, just to round it off, the other two guests in attendance were Nick Owenford. He played an extra in many big name productions such as the Star Wars spin off Andor. He also was in Loki, Wonka, and Peaky Blinders, to name a few. Um, as I not really a fan of either of I do like Wonka and the Star Wars spin-offs. I'm not really, you know, I wasn't really bothered about getting his autograph. And also Daniel Scott Smith, who was in House of Dragon and Men in Black International, was there as well. Again, I wasn't too bothered about not getting their autographs. So my thoughts on the day. Creed events they did try their best. The venue was perfect, a 10-minute walk from the train station with ample parking for if you want to come in your car. And and I prefer a Comic Con compared to a gym that remind me of the high school gym or exam room. As during exam season, the gym was always converted into an exam room. The selection of guests was good, although I always thought Gloucester to be somewhere quite important in the UK. But like other places that were important in medieval times, like Lancaster, York, Lincoln, Norwich, etc., I went to holiday to Lancaster earlier in the year and found it interesting that administration, law, and justice in northwest England was done from Lancaster till only about 200 years ago, when these matters moved to Manchester and Liverpool. As these towns started to boom into cities as the UK industrialised, Manchester and Liverpool became more prominent compared to Lancaster. It was important for at the time for the big to a for a settlement to become a big city. It has to be either close to resources like coal and iron, or be a dock, so the UK could trade with her empire. But enough history, and I would doubt Gloucester would attract a headline star like a city like London, Liverpool, Manchester, or even Newcastle would do. Uh, Creed Convention, I think they've done a really good job in punching above their weight with a good selection of stalls and artists selling of stalls and artists selling their artwork, and also you had some quite cool side attractions there. Um, Mario Kart? Places like Norcon didn't really have I'm pretty sure they did have side attractions. Like I think they had like a TARDIS there, and some Daleks for photo opportunities, but they didn't have like a. And also I think they had a DeLorean there, but they didn't have. Uh, but at the this one in Gloucester, they had like a green screen for with a broom, so you could like pretend you're flying on the broomstick. And there's also a chance there to reenact the garbage crusher scene in A New Hope, the Star Wars New Hope film. I would say Creed have done a really good job with the limited space and catchment area. I only came to all the way to this event because there were two guests that were at the top of my hit list that I really both wanted to see. So if there was just one there, I probably wouldn't have bothered, and I'll just have to just wait it out, just wait for them to be an event that I will be at. Um, but yeah, I mean, because there was two there, I was like, well, I've got to take this opportunity. I'll be happy to go to an event organised by Creed again, but closer to home. I probably won't go cross country to Gloucester again. Monopoly events is, in my opinion, is still the best as everything is nicely balanced with them. They can get the blockbuster stars, and you do have a chance to see them, unlike with showmasters, who are just a huge juggernaut, who are victims of their own success. They obviously they make too much money. I'm sure they do care, but it's they can just say, oh, you haven't got the coin, sorry, you can't see the biggest stars. Like I think Matt Smith and Jodie Whittaker were both there one year. Of course, being a Doctor Who fan, I would want to see both, but unfortunately, I think they're like about £200 an autograph, something like that, 150. Uh, yeah, so I'm not going to pay that much to see them. Yeah, the most I spent was on autograph was Warwick Davies. I think he was £72. That's probably about the limit I would spend on an autograph. So in conclusion, I put Creed in between uh, uh, the two. Obviously with Monopoly events on top, Creed second, and then um, the Showmasters one at the bottom. The Norcon and Yarcon events, they are independently run, so I can't really compare them to. I would say they're quite good though. I mean, Yarkon's really coming on. I think they've got some. They're quite a coup getting. I'll come into them in a minute. Getting some good guests coming, to the event. Even out doing Norcon. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. The next Comic Con I plan to go to is Yarcon, in Great Yarmouth at the end of May. In addition to Alec Utgolf, who was in Stranger Things, who's already been announced. He's also going to be in Gladiator 2, which is out next year. At the time of recording, GMO Redgrave has all been announced too. She is best known for playing Kate Stewart, who headed up Unit in Doctor Who. Um, I also see that Yarkon they're going to possibly announce a few more guests next week. So if you're interested, just search them on Facebook. That's where they normally. They don't really update their website, so go and find them on Facebook. Just type in like Great Yarmouth Comic Con or Yarcon. You should be able to find it. Either way, I shall see you there.